Confidence Quotient podcast. I'm your host, Michael Carrillo, co-host Zane Kaufman. First of all, probably the coolest name that we've had on the show.
Probably.
I want to get a really good understanding. Show the camera a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna flex for a second.
Was there ever that moment of like, dude, I mean, I know you said that.
No. That's one thing that I can confidently say about myself is I'm not afraid.
People were really watching him train like that.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was just an American thing.
What are some of the other things that kind of help you get through a slump?
Because it's a proven formula for me. Having that faith in your work ethic and just in how football works.
It wasn't anything like that. It was just, I literally was walking around with the only person that wanted to destroy me.
I kind of knew what I was doing because I ran track and I tried and failed. But I didn't know how to teach it. So I go down to the track and like I'm watching Jeremy Fisher, Dan Paff, like all these like top guys.
Yeah. When I realized what a national commercial was, that's when I realized like what it can actually do for me in my personal life.
Did you realize like how much money you can make from this?
But I always tell guys, if you approach them with the negative mindset of, okay, she probably doesn't like white guys, she probably doesn't like black guys.
And I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become a millionaire. That was like, people were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I want to be a millionaire. I was like 16, investments. And then what ended up happening was my portfolio hit $1 million. So we didn't just hit $1 million in sales, my portfolio net worth hit $1 million. And so at that point I was like, okay, I'll get the car.
I went on Twitter, that was the worst thing I could do.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because that following week I read a verse. It's kind of like my life verse now.
I would go and get a car. I had no money to pay for this car, and then I would work, for like the 2 weeks, and then I would pay off the car, and then I would have to do it again the next week. And I was doing that so I can drive back and forth to LA because Ubers were getting too expensive.
You're gonna hear no a lot. And you gotta be okay with that.
A lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously they know Odell for who he is.
Created a cool brand, great products, cool story, but it was also my first startup and didn't know how much money to raise and the moving pieces that it takes to build a brand in a very saturated industry.
Well, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you on the next one.